Monday also looks like a breezy, cool day, especially in South Carolina. Things remain wet, and then finally the storm moves offshore, and the breezy conditions move over the Outer Banks. Again, nothing that's really harsh, but maybe 30-mile-an-hour winds, kind of a not really a nor'easter here. If anybody down south really knows what that means, that's more of a Yankee term there. But
Right. I knew you
that's
meant.
why in my past
Hey
life up
now.
north, I called
Hey
the storms
now.
Yankee screamers. But anyway, right. So anyway, that the storm moves on away by the time we get to the middle of next week. Another cold front moves in to keep our stretch of cool days going here, and it looks like next weekend could turn out to be a whole lot nicer. So
But no
that's
doomsday
the
hurricane showing up on the 300-hour run of a model.
No, nothing like that. I mean, toward the end of the model runs, some of the models are showing the tropics maybe perking back up again, and I guess I can talk about that for a minute. First, let's look at what the tropics look like now. This is Fernand over here. A little barely looks like a tropical system anymore, and all
Oh,
the way up
yeah.
at 40 north. Not a surprise. It moved over in the Gulf Stream again out there, so it perked up over the last 24 hours. But it's about to move over cooler waters again. So by this time tomorrow, it should be no longer a tropical system, and it's heading toward the UK. So it's not a problem for us. This mass of clouds here is disorganized and not really anything to worry about. It's our old front that moved through the other day. Nice tropical wave. This is the one that we were watching for the last week, and it had a nice circulation when it was east of the Lesser Antilles, and we thought, and the Hurricane Center thought, oh, this thing has a chance to develop. Maybe it will. Some of the models were saying it would, but never happened. And ended up losing that circulation. Now it's moving into Central America, so better luck for it in the East Pacific. Another tropical wave right about here near Puerto Rico. Nothing happening with it. A couple more blobs out over the Atlantic associated with tropical waves. And again, no excitement there. None of the models are jumping on those, saying they'll develop. And there's one more tropical wave. They are coming off of Africa. That one looks a little bit more impressive, but it's about to move into an area where the air mass is dry and stable, so it's probably going to see the thunderstorm activity with it wane as well. So not a whole lot's going on, and let's talk about why that is. Well, where did I put my Madden-Julian oscillation map? There we go. It's because of the Madden-Julian oscillation, and this time I came armed with a graphic explaining what this is. This shows the Madden-Julian oscillation when it's typically in what we call its phase 1 to phase 2 position, where it's normally developing over the Indian Ocean and Southeast Asia. And this is little drawing here kind of explains what it looks like. You have an area of upward motion and an area of downward motion associated with it. It's kind of like a wave of energy, and the whole mass propagates, the whole shebang propagates eastward at 10 or 12 miles an hour, and the intensity of it varies, but it kind of modulates tropical activity, because where you have the upward motion, you get thunderstorms. You're more likely to get tropical cyclones to form. Where you get downward motion, thunderstorms are suppressed, and you're less likely to get tropical cyclones to form. Well, right now, this area is covering essentially the entire not the entire East Pacific. There is one active system out there, or was one recently, but it's more or less covering the East Pacific and through Central America and the Atlantic Basin, and suppressing thunderstorm activity. And that's why it's quiet over the Atlantic right now. But in about 2 weeks, the upward motion area starts to drift in again from the west. Things should start to perk up in the East Pacific and maybe the western part of the Atlantic as well. And by the time we get to mid-September, things could start to get more active again. So the hurricane season isn't over yet, not by a long shot. We're not even at halftime yet. So, and there's reason to believe in the long range things could get a little more active again. So let's not let your guard down, and stay prepared.